All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostle, great millstone with Thomas, truth, and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to Ikem out there, scattered abroad to the four corners of the earth. That's serving his truth and not true sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. This is Bun Bala come to another video in the spirit. And this is going to be a video going about what I seen on the social media platform, Instagram. And as you can see, it says America's first bird flu death reported in Louisiana. Louisiana kept going through it right now. You know, they just had that incident with that dude who drove through, you know, that so-called terrorist attack that they like to call it, that drove through those people. That happened, I believe, the day of the so-called New Year, January 1st. And then I believe this report came out yesterday, which yesterday was the 6th. So just a couple days later, now this happened. So I'm going to just read. It says, according to reports, the first U.S. death from H5N1 bird flu has been reported by Louisiana health officials. The patient, over 65 with underlying conditions, contracted the virus after exposure to birds and was hospitalized. No other cases were linked to this infection. So, if you can see what's going on and what's about to happen, you can see that this is similar to how things happened in 2020. You know, well, they just reported the cases at first, and then once the first death happened, next thing you know, then you had another state that had one, and another state that had, then next thing you know, it went from the numbers being small to the numbers being pushed up to how many people actually were dying, you know, from the Crown Royal 91 back in 2020, you know. And then over there in China, they have like a little mini pandemic going on, you know, with I forgot what virus is going on over there. But didn't it start over there last time in Wuhan, you know? But now they got this bird flu thing going on here in the U.S. And then I'm going to come over here. And they also had this other virus called the neurovirus. And it says neurovirus cases are surging in the U.S. It says neurovirus outbreaks have increased significantly this winter, with 91 outbreaks reported in early December compared to 69 this previous week. Okay, it's talking about, I believe it's talking about last week. It says norovirus is a highly contagious virus causing vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach pain, spreading quickly in crowded spaces like cruise ships and schools. Hand washing with soap and avoiding shared food are key preventive measures. There's no direct treatment for norovirus. Stay hydrated and essential, especially for children and other adults at a higher risk. The virus leads to millions of cases annually, with severe cases resulting in hospitalizations, even deaths. So there you go, man. You know, you got the bird flu, and then you got the norovirus. You know, and we just had the first death from the bird flu. Apparently, the norovirus is a virus that's been around. You know, it says that leads to millions of cases annually. But it says some severe cases can cause you to be hospitalized and deaths. And a couple people I have talked to in the world, you know, have come down with they're saying the flu, but they have come down with some type of sickness, and these are the side effects that they have been explaining. That, you know, they've been having stomach pain. They can't explain it, but they just know their stomach don't feel good. Their stomach messed up, you know, and can't keep nothing down, you know. And then they some have experienced, you know, the diarrhea part, and some experience the vomiting part. Some experience both, you know, or all three. But that's what's going on around here. You know, and we can see what this road is going to lead to, you know. brothers have talked about how it's going to be a potential another pandemic, and how there's going to be another lockdown. And the time that this lockdown comes, things are not going to open back up. And this is something I was meditating on today. I was thinking this would all make sense for them to implement the MOTB, okay? Because 2020 was a trial run. Brothers say that all the time. It was a trial run. They was collecting data to see who was going to conform and who was not going to conform. So now they have an idea of who's going to conform and who's not. So now they came up with another virus, and then it can be and now it's multiple. And then you see they said that it can be spread quickly. It's ships and schools. So there you go. And cruise ships and schools. And they targeting the school thing. So if the kid's not going to be able to go to school, it's going to go back to the virtual learning, which nothing's going to be learned. But they're saying that, showing that if it can happen in school, since then it can happen anything, it's going to go from schools to jobs to bars it's going to spread to all different places. And they're going to say that it can be spread through, and then what they're going to do, they're going to come down to another lockdown. And it's funny that all of this happening right before Trump got in office, because 2020, when Trump was on his way out in 2020, Biden was on his way to take over. But the pandemic happened while Trump still was in office, 2019 going to 2020. And now he's coming back in office. So we gonna see what happens, but this all makes sense of how this can lead to the MOTB, because say they is another lockdown, right? They're gonna push, of course, another type of jab, for people, saying you got to get the jab. You don't have the jab, you ain't gonna be able to do certain stuff. But then they're going to come with this, because they're going to because they're already pushing cashless payments. So they're going to push this they're going to push the CHIP. They're going to push that to promote avoiding having to touch stuff, having to come in contact with stuff, saying it's avoiding germs. And, then make it like you ain't got to worry payment. You ain't got to worry about grabbing your phone. When you go to the doctor, they can just scan you. What else? Opening your cars, getting into place. They're gonna make it seem like it's beneficial, to try to lure people in into wanting to get it in the beginning. But then after they collect that data and see, then they're gonna make it mandatory where you have to get it. That's the only way you're gonna be able to operate in society. Because if you don't get it, then basically you're going to be labeled as dangerous, as I could say, to society, because you're not conforming to the things they want to do. So we see what's going on, man. This ain't nothing new. So let me come over here. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destructions come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." Yeah. So that's that. It's been 5 years. Things started opening back up. You can say 2021, towards the end of 2021, things start opening, back up. So it's been, you say, 4 or 5 years, since what happened in 2020, and they've allowed people, to enjoy themselves, allow people to be able to go back to work, people that's in college go back to school, go out to bars, go out to restaurants, go to these sporting events, these sporting venues, go to all type of stuff. They allow people to be able to go back outside into society, okay? And made them think everything was cool, But because Eve was able to do some of what he wanted to do, which was he was able to deceive people into getting jabbed up. It's gonna be a consequence for getting that jab, man. You know, we've seen it. Some people, not some, a lot of people have died from getting the jab, man. A lot of people. It has caused a lot of health problems. You know. So say you got that in you, and now you catch this new stuff, and it's making this your situation even worse. You know, he know what he's doing. He know exactly what he's doing. You know, and he's gonna get to simple. You know, the ones who's meant to get caught up, they gonna get caught up because they are oblivious to what's going on out here, and they're in that peace and safety mindset. They think that everything's good. They don't think that nothing bad is gonna happen. They don't think another pandemic or another lockdown can happen, but it is gonna happen. I assure you. If in the next couple weeks, because Trump gets inaugurated January 20 something. I don't remember the exact date. But in these next couple weeks, if these cases go up with this bird flu and this norovirus, right before Trump get in there, I can guarantee you, is he gonna be talking about another lockdown, and then he gonna probably try to blame it on the immigrants, and use that more of a reason to deport them, because they're already pushing I forgot where, saying that you can receive some type of award if you turn in immigrants. I think $1,000 for each person. So we can see that all roads are leading to Jacob's trouble too, man. At a time of trouble, man, things are heating up out here. That's why for us in this truth, in this ministry, that we have to continue to be on our watch. That's why Apostle Tahar and Apostle Ramla and the Apostle in general is own brothers the way they own brothers. You know, saying 2025 is the sifting continues, because we gotta make sure that we are on our watch more than ever. You see what Apostle Hart coined this year, the hopeful year of our deliverance, man. This could be the year that we can be delivered out of here. So it's not time to be slothful in this truth, man. And we gotta be on our watch, you know, because we see what's going on. So I'm gonna grab this. This is Salakia. It's the second Esdras 15 and 11. It says, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof." It says, "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it." And Egypt is talking about this place. This place is known as modern day Egypt, okay? Because back in Egypt, what did the Egyptians do to the Lord's people, to the Israelites? They had them in bondage. We was in bondage in this place, okay? We were oppressed in Egypt. We're being oppressed in this place. So that's why this place is called modern day Egypt. And it says, in the 11th verse, it says, "Smite Egypt with plagues as before." What did the Lord do to the Egyptians? Okay, he smote them with plagues, you know, because Pharaoh wouldn't let us go. So he smote that place with plagues. And that's the same thing the Lord's going to do with this place. He's going to smite this place with plagues, man. Okay? Because of for his children, Israel, man. For us. Because what he has done to us. How he has had us in slavery. How he has forwarded our affliction, man. How he has oppressed us. How he has kept us down. You know? What he has done. What just things he has done to the Lord's chosen people. The Lord is going to plague this place because of those doings. And the bird flu and the norovirus is part of those plagues. Because when you come over here, to Matthew 24. I'm going to start at 6. It says, and ye should hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. There you go. Are we not seeing that now? It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Is that not happening? Have earthquakes not been happening in diverse places? But these are pestilence. The bird flu and the norovirus are pestilence, man. Okay, and we talk about the famine coming. Inflation is high. Recently, I just watched a video on the elder in South Carolina, Manata Zakpa. He was talking about how King Charles is basically trying to implement the one world idea, and saying that they need to eliminate sovereignty. So it was saying people that has the farms and stuff like that, they need to be basically taken out, done away with. So if you taking away the farms, then what that's going we already talked about how they got lab meat, how they trying to push that. You seen that if you watched the movie, the show, Utopia. How they had introduced this lab meat. It got the people sick. And then after that, he came with them a solution. That's the same, like that. It's predictive programming. That's the same thing Eve's doing, man. He's creating a problem so he can come with his solution. So you can continue to have to trust in him. Because ultimately, what do you want to do? He wants to be exalted as a God, man. He know that we're the children of Israel, man. He know that we're the Lord's chosen people. But he wants to cut us off from the Lord and want us to esteem him as a God, to take us away from our power. Because he think that the Lord will stop dealing with us if that happens, take away us from the covenant. But that's not going to happen. Like the scriptures say, what shall separate us from the love? Nothing can separate us from the love of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. But he's going to try, because he is still butthurt about his blessing. So he's going to come down with that great wrath, like it's spoken about in Revelation 12:12, upon the Israelites, man. Well, we're going to be okay as long as we hold on to what we have, which is this truth, which is wisdom and knowledge and understanding, and have faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And he's going to be there for us. So let me grab this. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. Like the scriptures say, there's nothing new under the sun. We seen this. We seen this back in 2020. So we are seeing this. Already got if brothers seen this. Our brothers already got the eyebrow raised up. Like, here we go. 2025 already started off with a bang, man. And it don't look like it's going to hold back nothing. It don't look like it's going to be one of those. Because how the Lord did it. Something will happen at the beginning of the year. Then you'll have a couple. You have a couple quiet, get like kind of quiet, and then something happened and it get kind of quiet again. It don't look like it's going to be one of those years, man. It look like things are going to be happening back to back to back. And Lord willing, they do. Because the more of these things happening and the more of these prophecies come to pass, we know that we're closer to being delivered. So just continue, to be on our watch. And I'm going to grab this last precept and I'm going to close out. 1 Peter 5:8. It says, be sober and be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Yeah. He is seeking who he may devour, man. Ultimately, we know that these diseases are coming because Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is making these things happen. But he's using to push it as well. He's in the lab playing scientist, finding out these new things to put out here to the masses to further to push his agenda. So yeah, that's why you have to be vigilant. That's why, real quick, that shooting that happened up there in Queens, New York. That's why apostles are saying, it's not wise to be going out to these nightclubs and stuff like that, man. It's not wise. It's not time for that, man. It was time for that, but it's just not wise to be doing that right now, man. Seeing what things are happening, we gotta make sure that we on our watch, man, and that we tighten it up. The spirit is tightening up, man. So we gotta make sure that we tighten it up and that we right in the spirit. So that's pretty much it. Lord, when this video is edifying, I'm gonna close out by giving our praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Shem Kakadash. Shalom.